Alright, so let's go back to 2020. Don't worry, this video is not about stocking up on TP or frozen pizza. No, this is about a band that I believe is saving punk rock as we speak. A band conceived in 2020 that I'd only hoped I'd get to one day see live. No Pressure has to be one of the fastest growing punk bands of all time. I mean, granted, each member in their own right has carved their own place in the scene, but altogether, man, they've created a sound that's without a doubt taken the punk world by storm, and frankly is just so refreshing to hear. Before I get it going, as always, whoever you are, thank you for clicking this video and watching. All you subscribers, you know I love you, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel, and you know what, don't worry about that fucking bell. I mean, you know what, fuck the bell. Just smash that like button, I would love you forever. That'll work just fine. But anyway, here's why punk needs no pressure. Let's think about it. When was the last time you saw a band playing music like No Pressure blow up like this? I'm talking not just in the US, internationally. And for a skate punk band at that, I mean, this is fast, raw, unapologetic punk rock. It's not overly produced, it doesn't feel gimmicky, it's just fresh. A freshness I haven't observed since the 2010s.
Yeah, what is it, Bob? It's new.
Man, did their sound feel refreshing, especially in the midst of all the shit going down. Man, can you believe it's been 3 years since all of it? You remember when people were like, shows will never be the same ever? And you know, mosh pits were certainly out of the question, at least at the time. The truth is, nobody knew what was gonna happen. I did know one thing though. If shows ever came back and No Pressure came to Chicago, I'd be there front and fucking center. And I was. And it was incredible! Obviously, getting to see a band that I discovered and fell in love with during a time where there were no concerts felt amazing. But it was at this show that I knew No Pressure is exactly the kind of band the scene needs right now. Just 5 songs on their first EP garnered what most would believe to be years and years worth of passion from the fans, when, in fact, they only put out their first EP in late August of 2020, almost a year and a half before I saw them play live. And alas, here we are in 2023. They put out an LP last year and are gearing up for another tour of No Barricade goodness, but how do they stand out from everyone else? Let's not forget, these 3 dudes had come from their own bands already and had carved out their own place in the scene well before No Pressure was conceived. Pat Kennedy from Light Years.
Maybe I was younger, just a little smarter, and could say the perfect thing to get you to stay longer, but I'm all out of tricks up my sleeve.
Harry Corrigan from Regulate. And of course, Parker Cannon from The Story So Far. All experienced musicians taking what they've learned over the years to create a beautiful amalgamation of pop punk, skate punk, and hardcore. And this is a big part of why I think punk needs no pressure. They've created a sound that's nurturing what we already love while expanding and innovating, drawing in new fans, old and young alike. That's what I love most, is how fresh it sounds. No overproduction, just straightforward punk. Like, even just watching these videos, man, in a lot of ways kind of makes me feel like I'm witnessing the birth of punk's next generation. Not to mention, Parker Cannon's lyricism shines like an absolute diamond. Their lyrics are simple and powerful. Hand in Hand, for example, listen to Parker describe fighting the pain from losing his father. You can feel it in his voice, I swear. Read the words, just listen to the honesty in his voice. And some songs like So You Say take a more melancholic approach, which you can even hear it in the melody. days, it seems like the term pop punk is thrown around pretty, well, let's just say permissively. Style over substance, I think, is the best way to put it. Heavy emphasis on the pop. Hey, you know what? Clearly a lot of people like that style, but I just have one question. Where can you find this at an MGK, Mod Sun, or Olivia Rodrigo show? Granted, they're completely different styles, but you see what I mean. Now, it's not to say I don't enjoy some of the more mainstream stuff, it just doesn't evoke the same buzz I feel as when I listen to this kind of sound. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I mean, there's only one other trio in this genre I can think of who's had a comparable impact on me. Oh yeah.
Hey, Blink 182!
We have names, you know.
Whatever, you can crank it up.
Dude, let's trash this place. After we get paid. Nice.
Is it just a coincidence that No Pressure covers Blink at a shitload of their shows? Am I crazy to think they may have taken direct influence?
Am I?
Yes! I mean, no. Well, what do you think? Right? It's totally similar. Clearly, the No Pressure boys are big fans of Blink. I damn well know Parker is. Actually, I kind of think of No Pressure as this generation's Blink. Just replace the American Pie themes with maybe, Superbad. Even when I compare live footage of an old Blink show to a No Pressure show, I find myself noticing similarities. I mean, God knows, old Blink shows had plenty of crowd participation. I think live shows are probably the biggest indicator of true passion from any fan base, and this is where No Pressure really satisfies the punk need, uniting the crowd and giving kids a chance to really feel like they're a part of the show.
A big fucking mouth, go!
That's what drew me to punk shows in the first place. Moshing, crowd surfing, stage diving made you feel like you were a part of the show. No Pressure wants the fans to feel like they're just as much of the show as they are. Not unlike bands that came before them, like Converge on the hardcore side and Newfound Glory on the pop punk side.
I want to see how the New Jersey hardcore kids picking up a change on this one. Alright, let's go.
Wow, an old-fashioned mosh pit. Come on, guys. Tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999. Again.
So, why does punk need No Pressure? Well, it's this. Simply this. The sound, the excitement, the do it because you love it attitude, and most of all, that feeling you get that drives you to propel yourself up on top of the crowd to be part of something that feels hard to describe in words. That feeling which keeps this amazing scene alive and hopefully will continue to for years to come.
Chicken and beans, the best looking dinner that I ever seen. You better go get you some.
Yeah! Hey! Who wants seafood?
Just put that in for laughs. But hey, you know what? If you made it this far, whether you're watching or listening, I appreciate you very much. You got the Neutron style. By the way, I know I've been really quiet these last couple months. Honestly, had some health shit I was figuring out, but I'm back in action now and got a new one coming very soon that I know you Adult Swim fans are gonna like. Until then, I will catch y'all later.
Whoa, hey! Oh, hey! It's like a koala bear crapped a rainbow in my brain!